Hello and welcome to Aquatic Foods Sound Waves, the Asia-Africa Blue Tech Superhighway podcast. This is where we dive into how South-South collaboration is creating a triple win for nature, people, and climate. Led by World Fish with partners, Asia-Africa Blue Tech Superhighway, or AABS, is all about scaling smart, sustainable solutions that support coastal communities, especially women and youth, while restoring our oceans and coasts. AABS is funded by UK International Development under the Blue Planet Fund. In this podcast series, we are using results from AABS innovations to create composite interviews with AI voices. I'm your host, Anika. Mafia Island, off the Tanzanian coast, is a place where life moves to the rhythm of the tides. As dawn breaks, boats return with the day's catch. On the beach, women traditionally prepare fish for drying under the sun. Here, as in many coastal communities across the region, fishing sustains livelihoods, ensures food security, and anchors cultural identity. But traditional fishing communities are navigating the changing tides of climate change, shifting markets, and limited access to technology. Today, we are taking a deep dive into one significant issue affecting these communities: post-harvest fish loss. To help us understand this better, we are joined by Beatrice, representing AABS. So, to start us off, please tell us a little more about fishing in Tanzania.
Hello, Anika. Yeah, of course. In Tanzania, fishing is mainly small scale, with communities scattered along both inland lakes and the coast of the Indian Ocean. These fish workers are central to the country's aquatic food system. In fact, more than 98% of the fisheries in Tanzania are small scale, so collectively there is nothing small about them.
I see. And as I understand it, one of the biggest threats to the small-scale fisheries is what happens after the fish are caught. Is that right?
Absolutely. Every year, millions of fish are lost before they even reach the market. Post-harvest loss, which is fish that spoil, degrade in quality, or are sold at low prices due to poor handling after capture, is a widespread challenge across Tanzania. And the rates are very high, over 30%. And that is, of course, something which is very alarming. The reality is that it is affecting livelihoods.
30%? Wow, that does seem very high. What does this mean in practice?
Well, spoiled fish represents more than just wasted food. It is lost income for many along the supply chain, and it is an unnecessary degradation of the environment and depletion of fish stocks.
Yes, a real challenge, which sounds like it is causing increased pressure on already strained marine resources.
It certainly is.
So, what can be done?
Well, the first thing we need to do at World Fish is to better understand the scale and specific nature of the issue. So, from October to December 2024, AABS researchers carried out a detailed fish loss assessment focused on the Dagaa value chain.
That sounds interesting. Can you tell us more about Dagaa?
Sure. The Dagaa is a tiny fish you can find in dried form in markets all over East and Central Africa. It is an affordable yet invaluable source of protein for people across the region. It plays a very important role in food security and income security, but it is perceived by many to be a low-value product.
We've now met a small but important fish, the Dagaa, that's caught by small but crucial fisheries. How do you conduct an assessment of such an overlooked value chain?
The first step was to map the entire journey of marine Dagaa fish from the Tanzanian coast to markets as far inland as the Democratic Republic of Congo. Previous studies had mainly focused on local markets, overlooking the regional trade dynamics that shape how this fish is processed, transported, and sold. In fact, over 80% of Tanzania's marine dagaa is traded regionally to countries such as Zambia, Rwanda, Burundi, and the DRC. Over 63 days, we collected data on the quantity of fish lost due to spoilage and the economic loss which came from discounted prices of degraded fish. We also collected data on the market forces such as supply and demand, and we recorded opportunity losses, which would come from reducing the number of fishing days to avoid potential losses. All these data mean researchers can monitor and assess the impact of future interventions.
So, what did the assessment find?
The research uncovered various interconnected challenges in the dagaa supply chain, which result in significant fish losses and contribute to the perception of dagaa as a low-value product in the market. These include poor handling practices, which can lead to contamination and a lower quality product. There is also exposure to high temperatures, which rapidly degrades fish quality. We noted delays during processing, distribution, and marketing, all of which intensify spoilage. There is also a lot of outdated processing technologies that lead to poor quality products earning less at market. One example is an over-reliance on sun drying, which is ineffective during rainy seasons and results in high waste. And finally, a weak business environment, including a lack of business skills and lack of standardization in details like weight measurements, all causes inefficiencies and financial losses.
So, Beatrice, we've discussed a lot about the issues of post-harvest loss, covering how it happens and the impact. But what are the real-world applications of this study? What can be done to reduce these high rates of fish loss?
The results of the research will help us create a better business environment and highlight the vital role of marine dagaa in supporting food security, restoring coastal ecosystems, and uplifting communities in Tanzania. For AABS, Mafia Island in Tanzania is a focal site for promoting sustainable post-harvest processing practices to reduce loss and waste in dagaa fisheries. Researchers are working with the central government, local government authority, local cooperatives, and fish workers to support innovative and traditional methods that respect the marine ecosystem while enhancing livelihoods. The intention is to establish hubs that will showcase both good hygiene practices and good manufacturing practices, as well as provide business coaching to small-scale value chain fish workers, processors, or sellers.
Thank you, Beatrice. It sounds to me that by grounding the solutions in real-world insights and working directly with communities, AABS is laying the foundation for a more resilient and inclusive aquatic food system. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Only that from the shores of Mafia Island to cross-border trade routes, tackling fish loss means more than saving food. It means empowering community, protecting livelihoods, and preserving the long-standing relationship between people and the sea.
Thank you for listening to Aquatic Foods Sound Waves. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and continue to support the transformation of our oceans and coasts.